Nation, we are back with another video. I already know what you're thinking. Where's Harvey? So this is a different type of video today, and I'm by myself for a reason. But before we get into all of that, if you are new here, welcome. Go ahead and subscribe. If you are a returning supporter, go ahead and like and comment on this video. Continue letting us know what you want to do, what you want us to do for our channel. I hope everyone is staying safe during this pandemic. We are still quarantined, so I feel like this is the perfect time to do this video. As you can see by the title, you already know what's happening here. I received a direct message from someone, and I'm going to put the message here so you guys can read along with me, so you don't think I'm not telling the truth. But I'm going to read this message, and it really tugged at my heartstrings, because like this is someone that I haven't seen in a long time, and it was really good to hear from her. But this is what she sent me. Hi Diana, I'm a soon to be first time mom, and I saw on one of HD Nation videos, shout out to you for being a supporter, that you mentioned how you breastfed Ari and Mr. 4. Do you think that eventually you could do a video on the techniques you used for latching, lactation, and even dealing with the nipple pain? Do you do it electrical, or do you use a manual pump? How often did you breastfeed your newborn, and how often in the middle of the night? Lastly, how did you keep a store supply of milk in case you aren't around to pour your boob out? Like if you're at work or something. So I thought that was really sweet, and I'm like, this would be an awesome time to do a video for first time moms who, you know, have been in the game for a long time. I haven't been in the game for too long, but I do know some things, and I'm just going to give her motivational tips and what I've been through and what my experience has been. For those of you who know me, you already know I have two precious children with my husband, a girl that is 3 years old and my son who just turned 1. So I've been in the game for a little bit. I'm not seasoned, but I know a thing or two about motherhood and parenthood. Now, it's not an easy task. That's number one. Becoming a mom, becoming a parent is not easy. There is no parental guide and instructions on how you are supposed to parent your children. With God, that is how you get through it. Point blank period. You just have to keep God first and go to Him for, you know, everything. That's number one. And if you hear my children in the background, they are in the back playing, so you might hear the children, but that's okay. That's parenthood, right? But yeah, so motherhood isn't easy, fatherhood isn't easy, parenthood period is not easy. For those of you who can attest to this, it gets hard, it gets difficult. But I do appreciate the village, I call it the village, who literally sticks by my husband and I, which is my family and his family, even friends who literally is a part of our village that help keep us grounded. Because believe it or not, the more people you have who love you and love your children, that's how you'll get through it. Those days where I need my mom or my sister or my brother or a family friend or my best friend or anybody, if they need to take the kids for a little bit or even ask to take the kids for a little bit just so that I can keep a peace of mind or Harvey can keep a peace of mind, that is also how you get through it. Everybody is not privileged to have children. And for those women who are adopting, doing IVF or all those things like that, who, you know, all that stuff, it's hard, it's a process, it's difficult. So I first want to say congratulations, because it is a blessing from God for sure. And as far as lactating and breastfeeding, I breastfed both of my children for the same amount of time. I breastfed Ari and Harvey the 4th for 6 months both. I did not, that's my husband, I'm sorry. I did not have issues with the latching process and stuff like that. But like as soon as both of them came out the womb, they latched perfectly. That doesn't happen for all moms. Some moms aren't able to breastfeed because the baby doesn't latch so easily. So for me, I was blessed to be able for both of them to latch quickly. with no issues. I will say that in order for your baby to latch, I just think that you both just need to be very comfortable, and you don't need to force it. All babies just won't be breastfed. Sad to say, the baby isn't naturally supposed to be breastfed from their mom, but you don't have to breastfeed your child. It's a choice. I recommend it, but it's a choice. It's not something that you have to do. It's a decision. It's optional. Some children just don't latch quickly. Some babies just don't latch quickly. Some advice on that would just to be comfortable. Don't force it. Make sure that you're doing skin to skin if you're able to. I wasn't able to do skin to skin with Ari because she had complications out the womb and she had to be rushed immediately to the NICU. So I wasn't able to do skin to skin with her, but when I did nurse her, it wasn't an issue for her to latch. I just think that you both just need to be comfortable in a stress-free environment. Find somewhere quiet and clean and calming music. Place the baby on your chest, and naturally, hopefully, the baby will latch. Also, prior to, try taking some, breastfeeding classes. Your OBGYN or even the hospital that you're registered at to have the baby will have lactation consultants to speak with to tell you what tips you need and what tips you should do in order to help the baby latch. I was fortunate to have an awesome hospital. Shout out to University of Maryland, St. Joseph's. They constantly was on me, was there for me. Whatever I needed, they were there, and I appreciate their hospitality. It was amazing. But yeah, take some classes and do your research. Prior to having Ari, I didn't do much research, but I got a yoga ball so that it helped with my, pushing. I was doing classes online. I was looking at classes online, and I would literally put my headphones in and watch it and see, different things, because I was entering motherhood for the first time. So I didn't want to fail. So I just wanted to be well equipped. My husband's best friend, shout out to you, Josh, got him a book on being a dad, and he loved that book because it's we just wanted to be the best for our daughter. So we did the research that we needed. We did all we could do to prepare ourselves, although you're never going to be all the way prepared, but we just got some some stuff to help us for when she came. So breastfeeding for them wasn't hard. I did stop because with me working and having to take a break and nurse and pump, it was kind of difficult for me, and you're not supposed to pump in stressful moods. That's what they told me. So it was really difficult for me to kind of pump at work, even though I would do it anyway. So my supply started to run low a little bit, so I started eating the lactation cookies that I got from I believe it was Babies R Us or Target, either one, or Walmart. One of those, they had it, and that helped my milk come again. And we actually had to purchase a deep freezer with my son because I was just pumping. I didn't want what happened to Ari to happen to him, so I was just pumping consistently. Every 15 minutes I would use the machine and pump, and whatever was produced, I would put in a baggie, put the date on it, and put it in the freezer. So when I was at work, when I did go back to work, my husband had milk for him. So eventually we started giving him breast milk and Enfamil, and ultimately we stopped breastfeeding altogether, and he was just an Enfamil baby. Ari did the same. She was Enfamil as well. So I only went to 6 months. I kind of wish I went a little longer, but to be completely honest, I think that 6 months was good for me. Just for me. You find what's good for you and do that for you. But 6 months, I was okay with 6 months. By 6 months, my children are, healthy meat on them, healthy weight on them, and then by that stage you're able to introduce other foods to them as well, so they're not only relying on your milk. So it was good for me because I'm all right, they're eating foods now, so it's they don't have to fully rely on the milk. And when I tell you they were eating, anybody will tell you who's watched my kids, who saw my kids, they love to eat. Ari, I can insert pictures of her when she was chunky. He's chunky now. He's lost a little bit of weight because he's moving a little bit more. But yes, my children, they eat, and even till this day they eat. I mean, we're going on quarantine day number, I don't know, and every time an eyelid lifts up, mommy, I want this, mommy, I want that, mommy, can I have this, mommy, can I have that? They eat, okay? They eat. So After 6 months, it was good for me because we're introducing other foods, so the kids should be fine. So yeah, at that point it was okay for me. Do it however long you feel necessary. Some people go to a year, some people go to 15 months, some people go to 18 months. Now at some point you gotta take the baby off the boob, okay? Just if you're in public and they're whipping it out, it's about time for them to come up off of that thing, okay? But no judgment. You're the mom. Don't listen to me. Do whatever is best for you. So I'm hoping that did I answer all of your questions? Dealing with the nipple pain. I did have a little bit of nipple pain, and it would crack a little bit because it's consistent like sucking and stuff like that. Not to be vulgar for anybody out there, but I used Lacino cream. I'm gonna find it and I'll put it here for you, the picture of it. I used that and it helped. I also had these nursing things that I could put in the microwave, and like if they were sore I can put them on there and they would feel much better. I'll also find that and put a picture so that you can see. Babies R Us was definitely my store, and I'm hoping that it comes back again. But everything we needed, we were at Babies R Us almost every weekend. They had everything. Now at this point we kind of go to like Target or Walmart, basically Target, because Target has better quality things. Not saying Walmart doesn't, but I just like Target. I prefer Target. Did I use an electrical or manual pump? I used electrical. Manual it wasn't working for me. Like my schedule, like manually you have to literally squeeze it. I was stationary, so I used an electrical pump, which literally sat on my nightstand, and I would, hold the things and they would go. And when it was time for me to go, I washed it and boom, kept it moving. So once again, that's a preference. Whatever you choose, whatever works for you, that is what you should do. In the middle of the night, my kids didn't sleep full until 6 months. Harvey didn't start sleeping through the night until maybe close to 8 or 9 months. Alright, she started sleeping through the night at 6 months. So I was waking up, me and my husband was waking up 3 or 4 times in the middle of the night to feed them. I mean, when you're having a child, you're signing up for no sleep until they're gone out of your house, period. So you'll never find you'll never really get any rest. That's just what it is. I mean, even when they start sleeping through the night, you still lose sleep. Because he's at the stage where he's still on his pacifier, but he's at the stage where if he loses his pacifier in the middle of the night, or if he feel like his pamper is just too soaked for him, he'll wake you up and say, hey, you either need to find my pacifier and you need to change my pamper, one or the other, but you got to do something so I can go back to sleep. So even now, he's 1 year old, a little over 1, and I'm still waking up in the middle of the night to get him. So that depends on the baby. To be honest, I don't really have a manual for that. And like I said, she said, how do you keep a supply of milk? Me and my husband purchased a deep freezer and we stored our milk there. So yeah, I hope that I answered all her questions. I'm just reading through to see if I covered everything. Alright, yes, I think I covered everything. So, like I said, congratulations. And to all the new moms out there, a lot of people have delivered babies within these past couple of weeks or whatever, and I just want to say congratulations. It's awesome having a child, even though it comes with its ups and downs. There are more ups than there are downs. Trust me, having children are the best. Like I said, like I brag about my children all day. My daughter is a freaking genius, okay? Like, she says words and I'm like, your father and I haven't even said that word to you. How do you know that? Like, my son is dealing with eczema. He got that from me. But I never said that around her. I just always used his eczema medicine to, moisturize his skin. One day she's walking and she's like, Mom, do Four have eczema? And I looked at her like, huh? So it's like she amazes, like, even when we think that she's not paying attention, or maybe we may have said it but didn't know that she was listening, it's like she amazes us. And like, they're super, super bright. They're so lovable. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm in love with them. Their dad and I are in love with them. So I'm hoping that this video helped someone out there, even moms who already have children that are older. Leave some tips down below. Like, if you guys have any advice, any tips, comment down below. And you know, give some advice. We're all in this together. We all support each other. So whatever information you guys want to, you know, help someone else, comment down below. Give whatever information you have, even tips that may help me, because at this stage my children aren't in school yet, so I'll need all those things about, you know, Lord, homework. My goodness, I graduated 2012, okay? Well, I'm still in school now, but the stuff they teaching in school now, I'm not learning that in college. I'm in a whole nother bracket, so I'll definitely need tips when my kids start going to school, for sure. Please, please, please help us out. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was very helpful to you who DM'd me. I love you so much. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hopefully we can catch up very soon. But I hope that this video was helpful to you, but not only you, to anyone that is watching. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video. Any other ideas you guys have, even if it's just something you want from just me, or something from, you know, Harvey alone, let us know and we'll do it for you guys. But I hope that you guys are staying safe. I hope that you guys are staying blessed. We are praying for you always and continuously. So see you in the next video. Bye.